is reflective following the death this week of Sir Matt Busby, one of the great figures in the British game. Focal point for all the memories and the tributes will be Old Trafford, where one seat will remain poignantly empty this afternoon.
Before Ferguson, before the treble, before global fame, there was one man who built the very foundation of Manchester United, a man whose vision turned a war-torn club into a footballing powerhouse, a man who rebuilt not once, but twice. This is the story of Sir Matt Busby, the man who crafted Manchester United. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you love football history. It really helps us keep bringing legends back to life. Matt Busby was born on May 26, 1909, in a small mining village called Orbiston, Scotland. Life was tough. His father died in World War I, and young Matt had to grow up quickly. He found escape in football, a passion that led him to join Manchester City in 1928. Busby was a talented right half, calm, composed, and intelligent. He made over 200 appearances for City, even winning the FA Cup in 1934. Then, in 1936, he moved to Liverpool, where he played until the outbreak of World War II. Though his playing career wasn't filled with trophies, it was rich in experience. He studied tactics, leadership, and what made a team truly click. As he later said, "You can't build a team on fear, you build it on trust." By 1945, Matt Busby retired from playing, but his real story was only just beginning. In 1945, after the war, Manchester United were in ruins. Old Trafford was bomb-damaged, finances were tight, and the club hadn't won a league title in nearly 40 years. But then came Busby. He was offered the manager's job, on one condition. He wanted full control of the team. Training, tactics, signings, everything. Back then, this was revolutionary. Most clubs were run by directors, not managers. But Manchester United trusted him, and that trust would change football forever. Busby's philosophy was simple: develop young talent, play attacking football, build unity like a family. And from that, the Busby Babes were born, a group of young, fearless players like Duncan Edwards, Tommy Taylor, and Roger Byrne, who played beautiful, attacking football. By 1956, Manchester United were league champions, and again in 1957. Busby's team wasn't just winning, they were changing the way football was played. Then came February 6, 1958, a day that changed everything. The team was returning from a European Cup match in Belgrade. Their plane stopped to refuel in Munich. After 2 failed attempts to take off, the third ended in tragedy. The Munich Air Disaster killed 23 people, including 8 Manchester United players. Matt Busby was critically injured and spent weeks in the hospital. He even told doctors, "Leave me be, the team is gone," but he survived. And when he awoke, he made a promise: Manchester United will rise again. Many thought the club would never recover, but Busby, with quiet strength and determination, rebuilt from ashes. He leaned on assistant Jimmy Murphy, who kept the club alive during Busby's recovery. Slowly, new talents arrived. George Best, Dennis Law, and Bobby Charlton, one of the few Munich survivors. By the mid-60s, Busby had forged a new masterpiece, a team known as the United Trinity. Their style was thrilling, their chemistry electric, and their manager, a father figure. In 1965 and 1967, United won the First Division titles, but the greatest glory came in 1968, when Busby led Manchester United to become the first English club to win the European Cup. 10 years after Munich, a dream fulfilled, a promise kept. He stood there at Wembley, holding the trophy, tears in his eyes, surrounded by players who called him boss, but loved him like a father. If you're enjoying this journey through football history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more incredible stories of football legends. Busby retired as manager in 1969 after 24 unforgettable years at the helm, but his influence never left. He continued to serve as a club director, guiding the next generations and ensuring Manchester United's values stayed alive. When people think of Manchester United, youth, attack, courage, those ideals all trace back to Sir Matt Busby. He was knighted in 1969 for his services to football, a fitting tribute to a man who built something greater than trophies. He built a legacy, he built a family, he built Manchester United. Busby passed away in 1994, but his presence still lingers around Old Trafford, in the statues, in the songs, and in the soul of the club itself. Sir Matt Busby once said, "At Manchester United, we strive for perfection, and if we fail, we might just have to settle for excellence." He wasn't just a football manager, he was an architect of dreams, a builder of men, and the beating heart behind one of the greatest clubs in history. So the next time you walk past the Sir Matt Busby statue outside Old Trafford, remember, Manchester United as we know it exists because one man dared to dream again after tragedy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tribute, leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to keep the legacy of Sir Matt Busby alive. When Sir Matt Busby retired from management in 1969, Manchester United lost not just a coach, they lost their compass. But Busby never really left. He remained at the club as a director, walking the corridors of Old Trafford with quiet authority. His presence alone carried weight. Players, staff, even visiting managers, everyone felt it. He wasn't there to interfere, he was there to guide. He had seen triumph and tragedy, and he understood something that numbers could never measure, the soul of Manchester United. You could often find him standing by the training pitch, hands in his coat pockets, watching the young players with the same glint in his eyes that had spotted the Busby babes decades earlier. "You must always have the courage to play," he'd tell them. "The game should be beautiful." He was a mentor to all, especially to men like Bobby Charlton, who became a living bridge between Busby's generation and the future of the club. After Busby stepped down, Manchester United struggled to find anyone who could truly fill his shoes. Managers came and went: Wilf McGuinness, Frank O'Farrell, Tommy Docherty, Dave Sexton, each one walking in the shadow of a giant. Every fan, every player, every journalist compared them to one man, Busby. It wasn't fair, but it was inevitable. He had set a standard, a way of life, not just a way of football. But rather than being bitter, Busby remained patient. He offered quiet advice, never criticism. He knew greatness took time to rebuild. And when United finally found stability under Ron Atkinson in the 1980s, and later dominance under Sir Alex Ferguson, Busby watched proudly from the stands, like a father seeing his children thrive. Sir Matt Busby, the man who dreamed, rebuilt, and crafted Manchester United. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like this video, subscribe, and share it to keep his legacy alive.